Hi, just a short video. My name's John. I run JGB Geography Tutoring. This September, I'm running a specialist course for the Edexcel A level. It's an online course, it's a group course, it's a hybrid course, and I'll tell you more about this in the course of this video. So it's a 12-week course, which I allude to more on the following slides. It's aimed at students looking to get a high grade. So although I say like get an A or A star, it's perfectly designed for a hardworking student that, is going for a B as well. I'm a current examiner for Edexcel. I've marked all the papers, paper 1, 2, 3, and I've moderated the NEA. But this one's focused at a paper 1 unit. So before mentioning what I do in the course, geography is great A level. Obviously I'm going to say that, but it's really interesting, contemporary, about current affairs, so forth. But it's also a really good A level to have when you're going for employment opportunities, going for your degree. It's academic, it's ICT, it's got report writing skills. You have to analyze, you have to discuss, you have to give opinions. But students often come to me, it's really challenging, particularly A-level geography. And on this slide, I have a bunch of, issues that students often talk to me, parents often talk to me about. Just to say a few of them, just the sheer content, number of keywords, concepts, case studies. How do I learn them all? How do I revise? How do I plan that revision? Um, Golly gosh, the questions are really difficult. There's 4 markers, 3 markers, 6 markers, 8 markers, 12 markers, 20 markers. They've all got different needs. How do I write essays? How do I plan? How do I write an introduction? How do I write a really good conclusion? Trying to chase that elusive A-star essay. How do I think like a geographer? Where do I do all this extra reading that my teachers go on about? All those sorts of things. I address it not just in my course, but when I do one-on-one sessions and so forth. So this autumn, I'm running, as you can see, a 12-week course. It's a hybrid course, so it's not just a 1 hour week turn up, a little bit of feedback here, there, and everywhere. This is where it sets itself aside from a typical maybe group session, and certainly where I think it's a big improvement on the one-on-one sessions. The one-on-one sessions are great, right? And that might be for you. But in this course, what I've done is I've designed it to cover all the content. So when I say hybrid, the typical aspects of the week, 3 main parts. You watch the videos for that week, which covers content. You fill in a booklet, answering questions, thinking about stuff. So you get the content, you acquire the content. And I've got digital textbooks, I've got course booklets sorted out, and all the videos will go on every week, and you can backtrack and watch them. So you get the content. Step 2, you answer a question that I've set, or 2 questions, um, based on the exam in the unit that I'm doing here, tectonic activity processes. That would be a 4 and 12 mark type sort of format. And then I mark it and I give you audio feedback. I use OneNote to do that, where you can leave audio and written feedback. So you get that vital communication coming from me. Then the third part is you attend an online group session where I review some of the work that week. I talk about some of the key terms, some of the concepts, and students have that live opportunity to ask me questions. So that's the third really important ingredient. It's also an opportunity where we can model answers. You can do everything from where I walk and talk you through the answer to where you write an essay and you can just stop and ask me stuff. You can post things in the chat box. You can ask me personally. The group sizes will never be too big, so it's always got that really personable feeling to it, and it's not going to be it's not going to be really sort of strict in the sense of no humour used and slightly talking off tangent at times. Um, on top of that, though, there will be a WhatsApp group, and in the WhatsApp group, I'll post links. For example, like David Redfern Substack, that's amazing stuff. That can do like your extension reading amongst other things. But you can post questions that may be another topic you're doing, and you can post a question, John, can you help me with this? And we can talk it through by, just sending messages. And often a question that you stack on there, you put on there, and others go, oh, I was thinking about that as well. So it creates this community sort of feeling. So really, it's kind of like four elements, three main parts: content acquisition and understanding it, homework, so you're getting weekly exam preparation, but also reinforcing the content, and then furthermore to that, taking it further, where you get that formative assessment going on in the live sessions, and they're kind of all kind of linked in together. And then you've got that fourth option where you can put information and get further feedback. For parents and the students, obviously throughout the week, you can contact me via email and text messaging as well. And then at the end of the module, then I'd give you a full-on assessment for that unit so that you can see how you performed. So that, and then from that, we can work out strengths and weaknesses and where you need to progress. This is just a brief overline. You won't see absolutely every specific information here, but kind of like how it lays out. So this is taken from the Edexcel course. This is for the tectonic processes and hazards section, and that's what I'm covering. I haven't mentioned names of case studies and some of the keywords that go in there. Be way too much information to kind of sort of process, but it's all mapped out. And then just the final couple of things. So for some people, one-to-one's absolutely the way to go. It's brilliant, and I do it, and I do a lot of my tutoring in there. But what I'm offering here is also the hybrid group coaching. Now, the one-on-one, what I tend to do is I do 1 hour a week. I mean, I can obviously do more and things like that. Do a whole range of adaptable sort of things, everything from content, covering content gaps, to modeling of answers, question practice, and so forth. And again, I'm contactable all the way throughout. You can write answers and we can review it in the lesson. But what I do with the hybrid coaching is I've got all that infrastructure set up, all the content which you follow outside the lesson. I can monitor it, seeing whether you're doing it. You get the access to things like textbooks, um, mark schemes, exams, etc. I can channel you into different sites and things like that. You've got the homework marked with audio feedback, got that live session WhatsApp group and the end of topic assessment. So the hybrid group, if you buy into the process, if you do those three key steps and utilize the fourth step, which is the WhatsApp group, really I think it maps out better than the one-to-one. Again, you can apply some of these elements to the one-to-one, but that's not what I'm offering here. So I've really thought this out and invested a lot of time into that side of it. Plus, obviously, you've got the end of topic assessment. So my credentials, what I can help: 29 years as a teacher, specialist teacher, many of those years as a lead practitioner. I've worked both in the state and the private sector, head of department since 2001, had fantastic school and tutoring results. I've been an examiner since 2002 and currently still am an examiner. That says AQA, sorry about that. That should say Edexcel. I mark for 3 exam boards actually. So I mark for Edexcel and I mark, as I said, beginning of the video, I've marked all components of it. I don't do them concurrently, and that's the current specification. So I do a tremendous amount of marking in the summer months. I mark NEAs, which is not what this course was about. That's the project. I've done well over 10 years in the tutoring business. I say 10 years because that's when I sort of made the decision to take this more seriously. Currently, I work for some of the top tutoring companies. You may have not heard of them. Keystones Tutoring, Justin Craig, PMT, and the list goes on. You can actually see my profile on many of these sites like PMT, Tutor Home First Tutors, for instance, and Super Professor. And I also tutor people all over the world: Singapore, Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Bangkok, New Zealand, United States of America, Monte Carlo or Monaco. You name it, I've tutored, and I'm still currently tutoring people all over the world. So if you are interested, you can contact me a variety of ways. There's my mobile number on there, plus there's my email address. You can arrange a free consultation with me and I can explain further what I do. I can explain the course, which I highly recommend, but also the alternatives if you want. It's a very informal chat. You're not signing up to anything. So, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour. If you're interested, and if you got to the end of this video, thank you very much for listening, and hopefully I'll speak to you soon. Thanks. Bye.